My name is Rosemary Butterworth. Back in 2013, I wrote a book called How to Move Forward. In it were practical ways to release stress and anxiety. I received some wonderful testimonials. Recently, the inspiration came to me to read extracts from my book that would help people release fears and anxiety due to COVID-19, bushfires, earthquakes, and the stressful happenings in the world today. And I'd like to help you in these uncertain times. How to de-stress and be at peace. How to master your mind and create a truly wonderful life. Buddha says, and I quote, "What we are today comes from our thoughts of yesterday, and our present thoughts build our life of tomorrow." So, what is creating the misery and pain in our lives? The answer, the Buddha tells us, is our thoughts. If we take Buddha's statement as a truth, then isn't it of the utmost importance not only to notice what we're thinking, but also to question and examine our thoughts, such as, where did that thought come from? Did I inherit that belief from my family, my religion or culture? As we grow older, most of us notice more and more that the words coming out of our mouth sound just like our mother or father. It is important to distinguish between your beliefs and your inherited beliefs. You should ask yourself, did I inherit that belief from my family or friends? Do I truly believe children should act a certain way? Or am I simply mimicking my mother or someone else? Until you notice the thoughts as they pass through your mind, not just observe them, but lovingly examine and question them, deciding whether they are negative or positive, believing that the thoughts are yours and doing exactly what they tell you to do. You have no choice. If what we think is creating our future, we need to know what we are thinking on a daily basis if we want to change our life. Let us look at what a thought represents. All thoughts are conceptions and perceptions of events converted into words. Strung together, these words make a sentence. They are indeed a sentence to us, no less than a judge passing judgment. We are passing judgment on ourselves with everything we say. A client once told me, I never win anything. I could tell that it was something she often said and believed. And because she said it and believed it, it had become her truth. And of course, she never did win anything. Our truth will always be validated. When I explained to her that it was just a belief and asked her if she was ready to release that belief from the cells of her body, she quickly said yes. It was only a few days later that she won a lucky door prize. I love likening the mind to radio stations. For me, it works. I have noticed that when I'm blue or worried, I have thoughts that are heavy and fearful. I might be feeling overwhelmed and think that there is no one to help me. I might be thinking about not having enough time to get a job done. My mind chatters away to me incessantly about what is wrong and needs improving in my life. It's like a talkback radio station. It is very dull and boring. The first thing to do is to realize that you are listening to a radio station of your own voice. It is not the situation that is making you worried, but the thoughts about the situation that brings your energy down. For many years, I have been teaching courses in mastering the mind. One evening, I gave my class an exercise. They were to sit for 3 minutes and watch a candle flame. At the end of 3 minutes, I asked if they noticed what they were thinking about. Did they notice any thoughts going through their head during the 3-minute exercise? The majority said they weren't thinking of anything at all, that there were no thoughts going through their mind while they were watching the flame. Now, I challenge anyone, except maybe a yogi or a master, to sit still for 3 minutes, watching a flame and not having a single thought. The mind will always comment on what the eyes see. I urge you to try it and see for yourself. If you see a friend coming towards you in the street, notice how quickly your thoughts become about him, her, or the situation. Or if you walk around the house, being very present, connect to what your eyes are looking at and notice your thoughts. Maybe your mind will comment on the dust on top of the dresser, or perhaps your daughter or son has left some dirty clothes on the floor in their room and you have just finished washing. That will definitely bring up some thoughts and emotions. The people in my class didn't notice their thoughts because their thoughts were passive and not important to them. Maybe they were thinking only about the flickering of the flame or the color of the candle, and these unobtrusive thoughts came and went unnoticed. Mostly, people only notice their thinking if an emotion is attached to it. If someone is very emotional, say angry, the thoughts are very loud and drown almost everything else out. In this state, they cannot hear anyone or anything except the shouting in their head. Most emotions come from thoughts, but emotions will be covered later on. The idea is to focus your attention on what is happening now and accept it without judgment. If you are not in the present, you're in a state of sleep. This state of consciousness is called waking sleep. Your eyes are open, but your mind is elsewhere. Your body is operating mechanically or habitually. In other words, the lights are on, but no one's home. You are hardly conscious of what people are saying to you or what you are seeing, which can be dangerous. You are lost in thoughts and asleep to the present moment. There are so many examples of what we can do while we are lost in thought. For example, why can't we remember where we put things? We know our hand put it somewhere, but why didn't we see where that somewhere was? Do you drive your partner mad by asking over and over again, have you seen my glasses, keys, wallet, purse, car keys? These are all symptoms of not being present. To be present is to practice noticing or mindfulness. It is to come out of a state of sleep. The saying, wake up to yourself, suddenly takes on a new meaning. You'll be amazed at how efficient you become and how much time you save. Your actions will become more intelligent as you will make different choices because you'll be awake to the situation and the needs. And most importantly, you'll find it much easier to connect to your intuition. To increase your awareness, it will take practice, but the benefits are enormous once you are cognizant that you can really enjoy life if you are present. Your body is always present, but where is your mind? If you feel that your life is lacking joy, that you are so stressed, feel overwhelmed, Set the intention to increase your awareness by doing the 3-minute daily exercise. And this is how you do it. 1. Set a regular time. It is best done as soon as you get up in the morning and before you go to bed at night. If you can do it at midday, that will be an extra bonus. 2. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed for 3 minutes. You will need a chair and something for your eyes to look at. This could be a lighted candle, a flower, or a picture of a master, such as Jesus, Mary, Buddha, Isis, Kuan Yin, or any religious figure, Sai Baba. You might like to play some quiet music, but this is not essential. You'll need a clock, as it is useful to time yourself. Begin by sitting on a chair comfortably, back straight but relaxed, not leaning against the back of the chair. Feel your feet on the floor, the clothes touching your skin, the air around your face. Connect to all your senses simultaneously. In particular, listen to all the sounds around you while you're looking at the object. Be aware of how your body feels now, from top to toe. Keep your attention on the object you have chosen for the next 3 minutes. Now it is important to stay connected to the 5 senses. Perhaps you could let the listening run right out. That might be easier for you while you watch the flame or object. This keeps you present. Be aware of all the thoughts that go through your head. Do not try to change them or comment. Simply notice them. Notice if your mind strays onto other subjects or takes your attention out of the room while you're practicing this exercise. If it does, bring your attention back gently to the object and continue watching. And lastly, don't forget to breathe consciously.